Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Angel Channel. What's up, Bryan?
I've been talking to the angels all week, man, and this particular angel I'm like super psyched about. And
Awesome.
one of the things that kind of came through in those conversations was to ramp up the practice part of the show and make this show like a practice show. And we work
Okay.
on our energy, and we work on our spirit, and we work on our connection to spirit, and in really real ways. So
I like that.
I think we've had a little flavor of that. I got super good response to the last two guided meditations, and
hmm hmm
and I have another one set up for us tonight. That's like,
Awesome.
oh, I think it's going to be a nice little roller coaster ride of goodness, and a lot of lessons in there, a lot of goodness in there, a lot of sparkly golden light, like uh, warm the cockles of your soul.
Awesome. You already have just by describing it. I definitely do love the more interactive, engaging stuff we've been doing, and you like leading us through energy exercises and meditations. I love it. Grace Grella is here watching on both platforms, guys. If you
What's
want
up?
to help, if you want to help the Angel Channel grow, engage with us. Hit the thumbs up, share this, do whatever you're supposed to do out there.
Comments, please.
Yeah, comment.
Comments,
All of
comments
that,
help a whole lot.
everything helps us, and we freaking love you guys. So there you go. Easy exchange right there. So yeah, that's awesome, Bryan. I'm super excited about that. I think the show that's one of my favorite parts about each Monday now is doing the cleansings and the chargings, and let's do
Well,
more.
and the communing with angelic energies,
Yeah,
pretty awesome. We're going to do a little sound journey here
love it.
tonight as well. And the particular angel for this evening is the angel of victory, Angel Lauviah,
Mhm.
which sounds a lot like my name and adds up to exactly the same thing too. So I feel a really special connection to this angel, and I
Awesome.
use this angel a lot to connect to the grace of God, to connect to the source.
Okay.
And a side note as well, it's really great for memory. So we're gonna go through a nice little um, how to actually connect
Okay.
and how to actually use the energies of those angels to help you in more specific things. It's really great that they give you advice, and I love checking on those every day. And the more I do it, the more I follow their advice, and the more good things work out. But at the
Awesome.
same time, there are always specific things that come up too, even out of that advice, that you want to go, ooh, okay, how do I actually accomplish that? And knowing there's some help on the side, that's a little piece of God that's willing to help you pull that off is kind of a really nice little tool and
Sure.
goodness to have in the bag. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
So let's see. I just want to make one little announcement before we get out of the world stuff
All
and
right.
start getting into this. Yeah, and it's 420. We're doing our first Be in the Light event, and it'll be a day-long yoga, sound bath, cacao journey, grounding, and shielding class kind of day out in a really beautiful park by a lake. So
Awesome.
look for the little posts I'm going to be putting out. If you're in the neighborhood, it would be a really great time to share. So,
Awesome. Awesome. Oh,
all right.
and Mary Jo's here. Welcome, Mary Jo.
What's up, guys? Jilly, Leah, Helen, what up?
Everybody, yes, we saw everybody checking in during the
You here? So I hope you
yeah.
guys are ready for some energetic work this evening. Um, let's see. You know, the reason to really exert energy on your energy work, your personal energy work, and your practice is because as we, and we'll do this tonight, as you empty yourself after you die and you go away, your personality that existed here doesn't stay here. It fades away, and all of those parts go away, and it comes down to your essence, which is your nice little chunk of light. And the things that you've thought about, like the things you've cared about and, emotional stuff, all of that goes away. But what stays with you and you get to take with you are your connections to God, your energy work on yourself, anything that you take inside yourself and transmute from just knowledge to actualized energy, you get to keep. So just remember that, I've been using that as kind of a benchmark for what I want to spend my time on for a
Mhm.
while. And the closer it gets to that time for me, the more I want to invest in that bank account.
I hear you. That
Yeah.
makes total sense.
All
And
right. So
Sandy.
I want to talk a little bit tonight because we're going to talk about this later about the structure of the aura and what those pieces actually mean. Hang on one second. Let's see. There we go. That's not bad. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
So
Love it.
your light, well, this is a moment when something is happening. So it's kind of intense. It's not always this boom, brilliant, but your aura always has structures. And it's made up of like the ones we live in. Live in the first six bands of our aura in this particular reality that goes up and up and up and up and up and up and up infinitely, and there are different hues along the ways and different chunks of those. But the thing to know about the aura is that the first band that like hugs this, it's this white little band that's really close to that. That's your earth band. That's your interface between your astral body and all the energy that comes in there and your actual physical body. And then your second band is your emotional band, and that's what's really big and like shows, and that's the color. And like when people say somebody, oh, oh, dude, you're so blue. It's like, man, you're just screaming blue. It's because your emotional band is full of tons of energy because you're always reacting. It's always,
Mhm.
always going. And when you're feeling really strong about something, that gets really super bright. And the point being is that we'll talk about this tonight. When we're getting ready to go on our journey, I'll ask you to get your aura bright and just think about yourself standing here and as like these just flames coming off of you. And you have this infinite well of energy to pull up and keep making brighter and brighter and brighter. Okay. All right. So then out here in like this land is your third band, and that's the band that knows information and is your kind of like devoid of emotion area. And that's where you're just gathering information. And that's kind of where I'm at right now and where I love to teach, where I love to do my readings, where I'm not bringing any of my emotional content to it. I'm just trying to bring what the facts as I see them and lay them out to you, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's a really great space to go when you're in an emotional like harangue and you feel really awful, pushing your attention and your awareness. And that's something we're going to talk about tonight too, out to the third bound and living out there can make that go away like that.
Right.
And that's a really, really, really super useful skill. So that first band is your earth band. That's your energy interface. Your second band is your emotional band. Needless to say, that would be water, your water band. Your third band is air, and that's where all the mental stuff goes. That's where facts goes. And then out here is your fourth band out in this area, and that's your energy interface, and that's your fire band. So keeping those in context really helps you understand what's going on with your thing. And when you really start to develop to be able to see this, when somebody's sick or somebody's ill, you see little things happening in their light that light up like that. Now this is um, kind of shows the way energy comes up through the chakras. Energy comes and swirls, and it never goes in a straight line. In my view, it always spirals. Everything's in a spiral and a spin, and everything's spinning. And it comes up into this energy center that's spinning and sends this up to the second chakra that starts to send it out to the body. And then it flows up as this, your solar plexus is just doing this like hurricane kind of spin, and it's collecting energy and spewing off energy and sending that energy up to the heart chakra, which in this particular case is kind of open because this person has a kind of damage to that part of their aura. And then that flows up to the throat chakra, and there's this crazy like spiral thing happens up to the third eye, and then boom, out through the crown.
Wow.
So all of these correspond, these little dots are like little set point areas and connections where those little dots happen out in the light body of your aura. All right.
Awesome.
Understanding that makes life make so much sense. I mean, it just gets simpler and simpler and simpler and simpler and simpler. It's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's create a little sacred space. Well, before we do that, since we're still on the aura, let's do a little grounding right now, okay? And we're going to go through an elemental grounding where we'll ground each band of our aura, okay? What we just talked about, right? All right, so take 3 nice deep cleansing breaths in through your mouth, out through your nose. Really deep. Push it out. All right, like we just talked about just a second ago, think about close your eyes and imagine yourself as your light body, and you're just glowing right there, right? Whatever it is right now, all good. And with your intention, tell that energy to expand. And you can pull energy up through your feet, you can pull energy in through your pores, you can pull it in through your head, anywhere you want. You can pull it all over your body. And just brighten up your aura. Just make it glow, which is what you want to do all the time anyway. Glow bright. I love the feeling of this beyond words. Okay, now that we're all bright, I'm going to take you through each band. And when I start talking about getting rid of the energy, start at the top of your head, like use your right hand, which is your projective hand, your left if you're left-handed, and just start up in the energy above your head and be circling that in a counterclockwise fashion. And as we talk about moving the energy down with energy that you just brightened up with, push down through that layer and just think about all of that energy draining away and just scrape that stuff away. You know, we go out in the world, we get dirty, we come home and take a shower every day and clean that off. That's the same thing that happens with our aura. Every crowd interaction, everything, we pick up stuff, and our own emotional goo that we generate during the day just feels really good to get rid of. So with each band of those, I want you to do that same thing. Start at the top of your head and just work down your body and push that down way into the ground. Okay? All right, here we go. I ground any negative energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other frequency. Now, use both hands if you want and just push that energy. It's all lit up. Just push it and clean it. Push all that energy down into the earth. Give it another couple of rows. Any negative energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other frequency. One last one. Okay, now this is where the pay dirt really happens here. All right, I ground any emotional goo of my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other frequency. Now you grab onto this and push it out. I ground any anger, pain, fear in all its faces and forms, fear in all its faces and forms, jealousy, rage, envy, grief, fear in all its forms, and all its many faces, anger and rage, stuff down in the corners, grab it. I ground any emotional goo of my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other. Give it one more. Way down, right into the earth. Ooh. I ground any mental goo, any unused patterned energy, any gossip, any fouled plans, any negative thoughts, circle thinking, obsessions, any mental blockages of any kind. Pay a little extra attention around your temples when you're pulling this energy. Yeah. Yeah, give that one more quick one. I ground on a mental goo, my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other. All right, down into the ground. All right, last one. I ground any material blockages of my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other frequency. Any financial, house, cars, work, plans, too many plans, too many plans, too many plans. Any blockages that stand in the way of my material progress. Any blockages that stand in the way of my material progress. Any blockages that stand in the way of my material progress. I ground them all. You know, that's worth one more swipe. Give it some juice. Give it some juice. Give it some juice. Get it all out of your way. All right. I don't know about you, but God, man, that feels really, really good. Now, the cool thing about this is that we're cleaned up. We've gotten any unnecessary energy out of us, but this also leaves some significant space for some new, fresh potential energy.
Mhm.
And my favorite way to do that is to go down into the earth, like right near where the magma ball is, and where that starts to solidify into the mantle and it scrapes against that. It makes this amazing, crackly blue electric energy that just charges me up to the max. Oh, excuse me. And I throw that out because that's my favorite. But you can use the weather, you can use the trees, you can use a favorite plant, you can use anything that's got juice and is part of the earth and part of um, the texture of the whole energy field is available to you to use. All right, so let's just reach down and we talk about that ball in your solar plexus a lot, and we're going to use that tonight in a serious way too. And bring, like, when I go get the earth juice down in the center, it's like I have these straws, like these big pipes right on the bottom of my feet, and I send them all the way down there with my intent. And with every deep breath, it's like sucking on a straw in a soda, and you're just inhaling, 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 right? And my benchmark for stopping that is when I'm filled up so much I get goosebumps. Everybody has their tells. I know somebody like feels it on the back of their neck. It's like everybody feels it in different ways. But like if you get goosebumps, it's a pretty good indication they are charged to the max. So let's start that, and we won't give this a super long time, but let's reach up and get some goodness, and especially goodness for the meditation we're going to do in a few minutes. All right. Draw up with each breath. Reach deep. Feel that crackly electricity come up the bottom of your feet, go up your legs, and fill your whole body with just crackling juice. It's blue creative potential. It is the clay for you to make anything you want. Anything. You can mold that energy into any kind of life you want, any kind of thing you want, anything. It's yours to do with as you please. So fill it up to the max. All right. All right. Cleanse the space with bright light. I cleanse this place with sound. I cleanse this place with my love for the source. We gratefully meet again and create a sacred space in this place, a connection between all of us, where our light connects, our energy overflows, and for a brief time we get to bask in the bright light of bliss. Give you our thanks and gratitude, and ask that you rain light on us all evening tonight and all the days of our lives. And with all my love, thank you. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. So I asked that the angel Lauviah be with us specifically to this evening. I've been enjoying talking to you all week, and I'd love if you would grace us with your ability to connect us even deeper to the source and be in that grace. Thanks. Whew. We got company.
Wow. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and bring that card up and the reading, if you would.
Wow. Hold on a second.
I know, but I gotta grab something to drink.
Wow. Yeah. I felt that, right? I don't know about you guys, but like I felt that right here in my forehead with my eyes closed. I felt this like a pulse.
Woo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you want to talk about the image at all, or do you want to just?
I'm still not back yet, actually.
I'll wait right here for you, and I'm gonna.
Let's go ahead and bring up the reading for it. This is the angel of victory, and everything about this angel is glorious to me. It's about renown and celebrity and success and expertise and whatever your passion or craft is, and ultimately, bottom line, victory and winning whatever battle you happen to be in. So a super great ally. Yeah. This is so true, and that's what 11 is about too. You're experiencing a cycle of change that will help your bottom line, shatter the obstructions that keep you from realizing your greatest you, which is what we just did. Shed the weight of old habits and baggage, dissolve psychological or emotional resistance, and you free your talents to blossom and reveal yourself when you show the real you. Move through your old fears of failure. Turn an objective eye to your efforts. Evaluate your mistakes and learn from them. Perfect your craft, evaluate your mistakes and learn from them. The card associated with this is the Seven of Pentacles, which is referred to as failure. And what that card means is that you'll fail, you'll try and fail, but if you resist giving up, if you just keep learning and getting better, at the end of that, the payoff is like this amazing success. Evaluate your mistakes and learn from them. Perfect your craft. Patience. This cycle is shaking up and rebuilding your life. Growth comes through earnest effort and hard work. Plan your strategy during this pause. A major decision is here, one that will represent a big improvement in your finances, one you'll welcome joyously. So stop worrying. You experience a nostalgic moment, looking back with satisfaction on something that you have achieved. What you have built can grow by itself now, and you can step back and let it thrive.
Nice. Interesting. We were just talking about that now, weren't we, Bryan?
That's pretty much what we just did the aura cleansing, line for line.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Helen said my whole body is vibrating.
Oh, Helen, just you wait, baby. You need to strap in, girl. All right. Before we leave this angel is particularly friendly. They all have personalities, and this angel is just very welcoming and really one that I would recommend if you were going to try to contact that you would use this angel. Now, there on the bottom of the card there is a psalm, and this psalm and I don't have the time and the direction that's in the big manual. But this psalm is repeated like after you've done a nice cleansing, like the ritual that we just went through.
Mhm.
Perfect way to get prepared to talk to them. We're going to go walk the labyrinth next week on the equinox.
Oh,
Same kind
nice.
of thing, but like get yourself really purified, your space
Beautiful.
purified, and at the designated time, which are usually little 20-minute chunks, you repeat with the desire to connect this psalm like 3 times, and it's never failed me ever.
Mhm. Mhm.
I've had better or worse luck depending on how precise I was and stayed to the time that was recommended, but it works. It works pretty good. So, don't be afraid to connect, and you don't have to take the angel inside you. Just feel its presence. Like right now, like since I asked for yeah, it's like everywhere around me. I can smell it. I can feel it. It feels like it's on my skin. Yes. Angel 11 on the 11th. Yeah, that is so true. Numerologically, right? Okay. So,
Coincidence? I think not.
wait. So, the angel named Lauviah, right? You know me and my numbers and music, right? So,
Yes, indeed.
Lauvia. Oh, I screwed that up.
Nice.
Lauvia.
Nice. Oh, you've got to teach me how to correspond the bowls to letters. That's awesome. I love that. I love the thought of that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And Mary Miguel is Migueli Reardon says my daughter passed on 11/11/2010.
Wow.
She's
Okay, so without further ado, let me just check my notes here. But I think we're gonna skip the breathing. We'll do the breathing next week. All right.
okay.
No, actually, we'll do a modified version of the breathing. We're going to do a 4-4-4 breathing sequence. We did this last week, and what this entails is 4 breaths in, which I'll count for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. A hold for 4 breaths, and I'm going to use the word exhale or inhale as 2 counts to that. So it'll be 1, 2, exhale. Don't start exhaling until I start counting the next one and stay in that rhythm, right?
Right.
We're going to go ahead and do, let's do 8 and really get to a good place, man. This will get us really deep and focused for the journey. All right. So we're going to do, we don't really need to do the cleansing breaths. We just did those really nice and good. So I'm going to begin counting, and okay, here we go. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And rest. Okay, close your eyes and go into empty space. It's not dark, it's not oppressive, it's just empty. And your light is glowing, and you are just happy in this space and expectant. It's a beautiful space. Full of potential and possibilities. Keep your eyes closed. And imagine you're feeling your feet on a rock surface. It's warm. And there's a cool breeze blowing against you. It's just refreshing. And you can feel the air of freshness and the purity. And every breath feels like it cleans and restores you. And you open your eyes and you see that you're standing on the top of a spire, a very tall spire in the midst of an endless landscape of mountains and spires. And the one you're standing on is taller than any of them. And you're looking out in every direction. And the sky is full of these spotchy little clouds. And the afternoon sun rays are radiating through the holes in the clouds in every direction for as far as you could see. And the light is golden and beautiful. And the rays strike you. And the wind is blowing through your hair. And the rays bathe you in a golden light. And slowly you start to radiate the golden flame. And in this moment of perfection, you feel yourself rising. Your flaming, beautiful, golden self just rising up into the clouds. And the rays of the sun are beating on you and just filling you with joy and bliss. And the farther up you go, you start to reach the bounds of the clouds yourself. And as you start to raise up and keep going, you're just leaving parts of yourself behind and becoming empty. Your personality, your emotions, your day-to-day life, everything that coats your energy is just slipping away. And you find yourself breaking through the cloud bank. And you're floating there, a cloud yourself, a golden radiant cloud. And the wind is blowing softly, and you're floating in a state of bliss and perfection. And the wind picks up and starts to move you towards a big, thunderous cloud, lightning chilling on the inside. And it starts to pull you toward that energy. And you start to move faster and faster and faster and faster until you find yourself in the middle of huge thunder clouds. And you're rising up on the thermals of the air and being blown around inside. It's not fearful at all. There's no physical sensation other than the thrill of just experiencing that moment and the actual energy of the thunderstorm. And all around you, you're seeing lightning bolts. And with each of the shuddering lightning bolts and the thunder that comes after it, the last remnants of the pieces of you fall away, leaving just your beautiful, radiant energy, the real you, the you that never ends. And in that cloud, you start observing the lightning bolts, and they start to make more sense to you, and you realize that you're on the astral now, and on the astral there is no time and no space, and that your perception is only a figment of your intent at the moment. And to test that out, you ride in and slow down the lightning with your intent. And your perception of how the lightning happens, instead of a millisecond flash, is now this long, drawn out spark of explosion, and then the build of it. And you're watching it happen as if it's in super slow motion. And you realize that ability to slow that lightning bolt down transcends to anything on the astral. You can speed it up, you can slow it down, you can repeat it again. And not only is your time ability infinite on the astral, but your perception is as well. So you don't have to just perceive the scene with the regular way that you would perceive with your physical eyes. And your ability to ride down microscopically or macroscopically is infinite. So you start moving into the lightning bolt at the moment of where it's incepted. And it looks like now it's not just a little spark. Now it's like its own universe. It's like a star exploding. And you reach out and grab some of that energy as it explodes, and it's just the most delicious thing ever. And you decide to do that again and again and again, and you wind up becoming the electric blue of the lightning itself. And just because you want to, you start throwing some lightning bolts around. And the power and the realization that how you perceive the world is subject to how you want to perceive the world, and the focus of your intent to get there carries you to this crazy, crazy place. And you start looking up, and you ride up above the thunderclouds, up into the stratosphere and just above. And you're looking down at the thunderclouds, and you're seeing these red sprites happen out of the top of the lightning, out of the thunderbolts. Very rare little activities, but super, super beautiful. And as you absorb the beauty and revel in the energy, and it's coursing through you, you begin to float back down. And you let yourself slowly, your energetic body, just drift down. And you feel your feet touch down on the ground, anywhere you want to be, a grassy field, the beach, anywhere you want to be. And you see that you've brought back that golden light, and that's what's filling you up now. The essence of the source itself, devoid of any of our human bullshit, the essence of the source itself. And you can take that with you into your life, into the world, and it can make your life richer and make everyone you touch feel it. So thank you so much for going on the journey with me. I sent it out. It's like a really real place for me. And I sent it out to all of our connections, and it's out there to grab if you want it. And I hope that you go and be your gold self. Thank you very much. Ooh. So slowly, take your time. Everybody come on back. Sometimes it's a little challenging separating myself from that experience, but it's getting easier. And that one was, did you enjoy that, Michael? You're muted. You're muted.
I was going to say, I don't know why you would want to separate yourself from that. You are the astral bus driver on that journey.
Well, yeah, but to drive the bus and know the directions, you got to
Yeah.
like have your conscious part of you, and I like leaving that part behind, but like it's still really super enjoyable. You know, being empty is like I didn't understand that for decades. Like I thought I got it, but I didn't really get it, and it just. You know, when you empty yourself of what this particular thing is and you go to the eternal self, your eternal self, your like eternal self. Wow. That's where the goodness lies.
Yeah, no, that was I'm loving this. I love that. I hope everybody who's watching this is enjoying this as much as me. And if you're watching the replay, I
Yeah, I'd
hope
love
that
feedback. Yeah.
yeah, give us some feedback because this is Brian's idea of the direction of the show, which I love. Like I said, it's like the astral bus. It's like every Monday we could get on this bus and take a trip and
Gather some energy and different ways
yeah,
of
it's really
cleansing and like different meditations. Next week, we're going to a crystal cave.
the cosmic field trip. I love it.
Yeah. The astromagical bus. So,
Yeah.
we still got a little time. What did I do? Wanted to do like a group card and see what that has to say for
Let's
us.
do it.
And is there anybody out there that would like an individual reading by any chance?
Helen says, I saw
Okay,
and
I
felt
don't
it
really
all.
see anybody. Yeah.
It was awesome. I love that Helen is on this bus with us. Thanks, Helen, for coming. We're getting some good comments. We are Stardust. We are Golden. Angel Academy. Love it. Here we go.
Words of wisdom for our group tonight. Words of wisdom for our group tonight. Words of wisdom for our group tonight. Yes. Angel number 45, angel of motivation and willfulness.
45. All right. Give me a second. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, it's taking a bit to respond. 45. There we go. So let's pop this up while I get the reading. Angel of motivation and willfulness. Beautiful.
6 of Cups is so yeah. Okay, let me see the reading, please.
Yeah. 45. Here we are. Oh, all right.
All right. So right after we just did the thing, it's a happy time. Oh my God. It's a happy time. You're experiencing the presence of healing, revitalizing, renewing, regeneration, emotional pleasure. Memories of the past fill you with a warm joy. A new relationship, a new place are possibilities. You will experience the harmony of natural forces without effort or strain. You will have a chance to relocate, possibly a new job offer, and a new group of friends who will have much in common. There will be surprising inheritance on the way. You know, that's not always like the inheritance of money. That's inheritance of a lot of different things. Magical knowledge as well. Take advantage of your opportunities to let the people you love know how much you love them. Do not hold back. You're a romantic who always falls for the hearts and flowers routine. You enjoy being showered with love, and you're hungry for tender words and a caring touch. Wow. Okay, well, I would say that's exactly what Angel Lauviah gave us this evening. So I'm going to close down the sacred space. Well, we might have time for one more reading. Anybody out there want something? Come on. I know you do. All right.
Julie said you just repainted this image.
Yeah, I did.
Helen was pulling the light and energy for the healing she needed. Perfect. And Linda's saying me. You've got to take her.
All right. Linda. There you go. Words of wisdom for my friend Linda. Words of wisdom for my longtime friend Linda. Words of wisdom for my longtime friend Linda. Well, here we go. Angel of divine consolation, number 40.
40.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go right to the reading here. Since I'm in the folder.
Oh, baby. Like, I know. Yeah. Okay. Why does deep sorrow hurt so damn much? The pain of separation is a bitter pill to swallow. Make the choice to remove yourself from any situation which produces sorrow and negative vibrations. Find your creative light, which is exactly what you're doing, and let it shine, which is what you're doing too. Give up any dependency on others for your ideas. Focus your efforts on organizing your life. View the path as a whole picture. Don't cry, Lindy. Expand your view to the big picture and away from the small views that causes you pain. Be the peacemaker. Never be afraid to say you're sorry. Think before you speak so that you will not feel sorry after it's too late. Learn to accept your situation. Allow yourself to experience the pain. Give yourself the right to grieve and release the heartache. Let it go then. Once the upset, pain, and tears have gone, open the door to new possibilities. Your aching heart will need someone.
No.
You know, yeah. Her husband was one of my dearest friends. They'd been married since they were teenagers, and that just happened a couple years ago, actually.
Wow.
Seems like yesterday and forever ago at the same time.
Wow.
So anyway, another example of how the very first line of the reading answered the whole thing.
Yeah, totally. And I just want to bring up the image for anyone who wants to see the image, because the images are always so beautiful.
It's really soothing.
Yeah.
If you brought it into this, it's a really nice little source of, using that technique of like going in and looking at the lightning in different perspectives. You can use that with looking at the cards too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really good.
Yeah. And I love this.
All right. Well, let's close this thing down for the evening.
Okie doke.
And the week.
Let's do it.
I just want to thank everybody that showed up tonight. I know we didn't do a lot of interaction stuff, but I was connected to every single one of you, and I hope you feel that way as well. This was kind of a new experiment for us on the show. I would love any input you have to say. Please leave a comment. I'm serious. Help us make this into a show like we've never seen with anyone, and let's do some real practice, and all of us wind up being wizards.
Love that. Yes.
Yeah. So thanks to Sandy and Grace and Linda and Leah and the whole crew, Helen, of course,
everybody,
and the inimitable Jilly.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, let's close this down, and I'll see you guys next week. Oh, we so thank you from the bottom of my hearts for a wonderful and beautiful excursion into your light. Thank you for sharing wisdom. Thank you for sharing love. And thanks for letting us live in your bliss. We send our gratitude, and we close this space until next week when we reconvene again. And with all of our love and gratitude to the source, good night.